Hello everyone and welcome back to another reading. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at your next blessing, all of the positive and good stuff that you have awaiting you that you're moving towards. So it's going to be a really positive and uplifting reading. So yeah, go ahead and choose whichever pile or piles that you feel drawn to, and then I'll see you for your reading. Hello group 1 and welcome to your reading. So you chose you and your loved ones are safe. So the blessings coming to you, I feel like it's going to be both love and safety. If there's been something you've been going through where you haven't felt very safe lately, if you've been having a lot of fear or anxiety or worry about a situation, especially about some kind of like survival needs, like I'm getting very much like maybe it's like instability with money or housing or something about like very basic kind of ways in which we feel safe as humans. If that has been at all a concern for you, I feel that one of the blessings coming in is that stress, that fear, that worry, that anxiety is going to be taken away. And there's going to be some kind of a solution that makes you feel very safe, that makes you feel like, okay, I don't have to worry. Everything's going to be fine. And it will genuinely be this way. And it will take away that sense of fear that I feel has been kind of plaguing you for some time now. I'm seeing, especially if this situation has been something that has kind of come around and gone around, like in a cycle where it's like maybe it's come through and then you've kind of gotten over it or you've gotten out of it again, like some kind of karma to do with money or finances or feelings of not being safe. It could be relationship karma where you find out that, someone isn't to be trusted or it's not a good situation. You have to kind of get out of there. I don't know, there's some kind of, or maybe you've had some instability with housing, you've had to move around a lot, or just recently. And I feel like it's just left you with this feeling of like, will this ever end? Is this ever going to be okay? Am I ever going to be safe and stable and good? And so there is like a break happening. And I feel like this break is actually bringing you either to the complete karmic completion of this cycle or towards very much the end of it. So you're at kind of like the tail end of the things that you've gone through recently or in the past few years. For some of you, I feel like it could be quite a few years that this has been playing out. Yeah, but I feel like you're really at the end of it, and Spirit really wants you to know that, because I feel this sense of exhaustion and depletion in your energy field where you're just wondering like, when will this end? When will it get better? So I feel you're going to have some kind of a sanctuary happen, like Cancer rules the home and like the body. So I feel like you're going to be feeling really safe in your body moving forwards. Yeah, like in your physical vessel, you're going to actually be feeling safe, really good, like a sanctuary. Okay, so I just got a notification on my computer that said I had to delete things to make space for the new, and I feel like that's very symbolic. So there's something in your life that is falling away because you're entering into a new cycle, and actually you chose the new moon. So whatever you've been going through that's been bringing you a feeling of not being safe in your body, in your relationships, in your home, in your money, in your security, that is starting to clear because you are feeling safe. Like I can feel it happening in your future. Like I can feel it there. I can feel this feeling of safety and security and this feeling of like exhale where it's like, oh, I don't have to worry anymore. I'm not stressed anymore. I'm not having to like freak out so much anymore about this situation or about this thing or about this relationship or whatever it might be. I'm seeing you in some kind of a sanctuary because like the crabs retreat into their shell. Like there's some kind of a sanctuary that you're going to have that's going to make you feel really safe and like you're not able to be gotten at by the world. Something's going to resolve if you've been in any kind of like dispute or legal battle or some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of financial stress. It's like it's resolving. Okay, I really feel that, and it's going to feel like a blessing because you've lived with it for so long and it's hung over your head for so long, and you're just going to be like, oh, thank Goddess, like finally, finally it's over. Finally, I'm free. I'm feeling this freedom energy from this safety, like a feeling of not having something that was there for a long time, that was kind of like with you for a long time and not in a good way. So the other blessing that I feel coming in for you is to do with relationship. So it said you and your loved ones are safe. So I feel that within an existing relationship, you could be deepening and having a lot more safety within that relationship. Like things are kind of like leveling out, evening out. The relationship between you both is somehow becoming more harmonious. and just easy. Like I'm feeling this sense of ease and like flow, going through like a really, really good patch with your significant other. If you are single, because I feel like this is romantic, if you are single, then I feel this could be meeting someone and their presence in your life really helping you to feel safe, to feel nourished, to feel good, and kind of bringing in this new beginning feeling for you. Regardless of if you are single or not, I feel a new beginning happening, like a big, big new beginning. And there's going to be a lot of positive energy for you. Yeah, you're going to be really happy about it, really happy about this new beginning. I feel like it's come after a long period of struggle, after a long period of things not feeling certain or good or easy. And then finally, they are feeling good. You're feeling like you're in a sanctuary in your situation, and you're feeling like, yeah, things with your relationships feel a lot easier, like a lot more flow and love and harmony. And maybe having like stepped away from, because there's something here about you had to clear out the old. There was some kind of past karmic burden that had to be kind of like burnt through so that you could receive this new beginning. So it might have been happening to do with a current relationship where there was like a lot of things that were kind of coming to the surface and having to be sorted through. And it might have felt really intense. It might have felt really like, where is this going? Are we going to stay together? What's going on? It might have felt really tumultuous. It might have made you feel quite unsafe at times. But I really see that settling down in your significant relationship. And there's a period where it's like things can flow again. And you're both feeling really good about the relationship. You're feeling safe again. And for those of you who are single, well, not for much longer. I really feel that. I feel like that's one of your blessings coming in, is like a feeling of love, comforting, like a really comforting feeling of love from a significant partner. I feel like it's going to make you feel safe though. I don't feel like it's going to happen too quickly, because that can be kind of a red flag if things progress like really quickly, although not always, because if you've known someone for your entire soul's memory, then when you meet them, there's often a sense of instant recognition that can kind of be kind of undeniable. But there's something about this person that makes you feel really, really safe. And they're very different to people that you've been with in the past. And you're going to feel the difference in the energy field. So they're a really safe person to kind of like give your heart to. And I feel this is going to really lead to this new beginning. So let's pull some cards about your new beginning. Okay, so let's pull an Avalon card about your new beginning, Group 1. What has Group 1 got to look forward to, Spirit, in their new beginning? Ooh, the Dragon, power and strength. Wow. So this is you really finding your power again, your strength again. Like I said, after a period of... my throat chakra just went. Okay, well, after a period of really not feeling safe or having a lot of conflict in relationship, just feeling like things were really a struggle, you are so coming into your power. And especially if there was any kind of situation where some kind of a relationship dynamic where somebody, doesn't have to be your significant other, but just in general, maybe you're processing this karmically, somebody was like making you feel not powerful. Kind of like, I don't know, I felt like an inner child energy in my throat chakra when it went just then. Like there was something about the inner child, like not being able to stand up for themselves. Because as children don't really have the same capacity as adults to stand up for themselves. Like there just isn't the same ability. There's just not. They really aren't. But then as adults, it's sort of like we get trained. We get trained to believe, like from as children, that we don't have the capacity to stand up for ourselves, but we actually do. It's really interesting, because I was actually processing something about this for myself this morning, about a situation that I was in many years ago where someone was like really horribly abusive to me and I didn't stand up for myself, and I didn't actually even perceive it as being wrong at the time. And looking back, I was like, how could I not have seen this? How could I not have like left straight away in that moment when they did that, when they crossed that line? How did I not stand up for myself and leave? And it's because like as a child, my power was really, I did not really have my power with me. So it's like been this reclaiming energy for myself, getting this back. So I feel this sort of energy for you where something about you are going to really reclaim some sense of power. And I feel like it was lost from you. It might have been lost from you for many lifetimes even. But there's this huge kind of reckoning energy where it's like it's coming back to you in a massive way. And I really feel my throat chakra for some reason. Okay, so Spirit wants me to talk about it. I'm getting this image, and I've talked about this in like one other reading before, but you might not have seen. It's this energy of the baby elephant. Okay, so it's about this practice, and it's like a really beautiful kind of symbol, but it's also really sad. Okay, so it's about this practice in circuses in the past. Hopefully it doesn't happen anymore, where they would use, you know, how they would sometimes like exploit animals for circus tricks and things. Very sad. Anyway, so they would get baby elephants as babies, and they would like attach them to these really intense chains that were really heavy, so that the elephant, if they tried to run away, they couldn't run away because the chains would be too heavy. They wouldn't be able to move forwards. And what this did is that it psychologically trained the elephant as a baby, so that when they became the adult elephant and they were big and strong, they didn't actually realize that they were strong enough to move these chains and to break free. So it kind of like psychologically conditioned them to stay enslaved and enchained where they were. And it wouldn't have worked if they just brought an adult elephant in and put these chains. The elephant would have been like, well, I'm just going to like move away because these chains aren't strong enough to bind me. But as a baby elephant, they were strong enough. So it's a really important symbol, because this is what happens to us. Like, we are all the baby elephant at times, okay? Where we've been through things and we don't realize that things have changed. Like, we've gone through something where we were enslaved or enchained and we weren't able to stand up for ourselves. We didn't have our power, our strength in that moment. But things change. We grow, we become stronger. And then we can actually stand up for ourselves, and we can actually move away from a situation that's bad, or where we're enslaved or enchained in some way. But the thing is that the adult elephants, the circus relies upon the adult elephants not even trying to escape, because they are conditioned to not even try, to feel like it is futile and pointless, like learned helplessness. Really intense, I know, but this is Earth. Hello, here we are. So I feel like this is somehow happening in your energy field, group 1, where at some point in your life, like it could have been a past life, you were the baby elephant and you tried to escape something and you couldn't. And it really hurts my heart tuning into this for you. I'm sending you so much love. So now, fast forward into the future, Spirit's saying that you are actually awakening to the fact that you are strong enough, that you are powerful enough to stand up for this, to stand up to this person, or to free yourself from a situation, a limitation that in the past you weren't able to. And oh my God, is it going to feel so good? It's going to feel so good for you to like free yourself and to come back into your power. And to kind of like, it's going to like set the record straight, or like set the justice straight. It's like that situation I was processing this morning, where I was like so intimidated by this person. They were very toxic, narcissist. I was very intimidated by them, so I didn't even realize what was going on. Like, I was very manipulated. And looking back, it's like, I wish that I could go back in time and like do it right that time, you know, like do it right and like stand up for them and stand up for me, stand up to them, and kind of, you know, stand in my power, instead of being that baby elephant and being like, oh, I can't leave, I just have to stay with you. It's like, I ended up doing it a few months later, but it took me that amount of time to kind of like find my power, you know? So I feel like part of this safety that you're generating, this blessing that you're generating, this sense of safety, is actually coming from this sense of like, you know how to own your power now. You're really standing in your power in a new way, in a different way, in an improved way. And it's going to be really satisfying. Like, you're kind of going to love it and love the feeling of it. I don't even feel like this is necessarily from just this lifetime either, group 1. I feel like whatever it was that kind of got in the way of your power and you and your power, it was already in place almost when you incarnated into this lifetime. Maybe you have some kind of history of having someone else have power over you in some way. Yeah, something like that. Like someone else is having power over your free will, kind of like the baby elephant. I just keep seeing the baby elephant in the chains. It's like you were the baby elephant, but this happened even in another lifetime. It wasn't even like, I don't even know if it originated in this life. It feels really, really, really karmically deep. Well, right? Okay. But this is a lifetime where you get to come back into your power and your strength. And you get to be like, no more. And you get to be the adult elephant that runs away from the circus and that frees themselves. and that gets to experience life again. And that breaks that conditioning and that mental prison of like, I am not free. You are free. You are powerful. You are strong. And it's just like, I don't know why it keeps coming up, but that thing that I was processing about my past where this person was so horrible to me and I didn't feel like I had the choice to leave them. It's like so crazy to me that I didn't see that at the time. This is what I'm feeling for you. It's like you are freeing yourself. Okay, you really are. You're freeing yourself from something that has been really horrible. It could have even been something to do with authority figures, because I was feeling that a little bit at the beginning with the safety thing. It could be relational. Yeah, but you're coming back into your power and it's going to be kind of epic, okay? It's going to be kind of epic. It's going to be kind of epic. It's going to be noticeable to everyone around you. It's not going to be like something that's a little bit subtle. It's going to be like very, very obvious. People are going to be like, what happened to you? In the best kind of way. Your power is coming back to you majorly. And it's kind of, there's going to be kind of a marked point in your life where that was then and this is now. And you're moving forwards through, like, in your power now. And it's going to be very different. And it's going to, like, your life is going to look very different because you're manifesting from this point instead of from that baby elephant attraction point where you're in chains. It's like you're manifesting from this dragon point where it's like the relationships that you manifest in, that you attract in, are way higher vibrational, are way more respectful of you, are way more loving. And even within existing relationships, there can be alchemy where people start to treat you very, really differently. Within your work, I see you becoming more successful and making more money. And it's all from this point of power within you, where I almost see as well you seeing yourself differently and you realizing like, whoa, how did I not see how powerful I am? How did I not see how amazing I am? And you're going to actually be like really surprised that you didn't see it before. You're going to be really surprised, actually. There's going to be a lot of emotional work that happens due to this shift, but in a really positive way. As in, you're going to be like really, like I said, surprised that you didn't see yourself like clearly before. And yeah, you're going to be seeing yourself so clearly. Just like I keep coming back to the baby elephant because it's an illusion. The baby elephant can't see. Well, the baby elephant actually can see that it's not free. But the adult elephant, when that baby elephant grows it up into the adult elephant, there's this illusion. It's all in the mind that I'm not free. And it's like you're breaking free of that mental prison. And you're like, whoa, not only am I free, but I'm powerful beyond measure. And I'm strong and I'm this dragon spirit at heart, you know? It's like you're breathing fire. I feel there's a lot of emotions that will come through you in the ending of this karmic pattern or blueprint, where you're going to be feeling rage, but it's sacred rage, and it's important that you let yourself feel the anger because it's a necessary part of the processing. You can't just skip straight to forgiveness and love. I think you need to feel anger and rage. And if there have been anyone that has like hurt you and really like been really abusive towards you and stuff, narcissistic, toxic, whatever you want to call it, let yourself be angry. Okay, I really need to say that. Let yourself be angry for as long as it needs to be, because I feel that you are processing something and the anger is a part of it. This dragon energy is like the fire, the anger, it's a necessary part of it, but I think that you're going to move through that and that you're actually going to end up feeling sorry for them. You're going to end up feeling sorry for them and have compassion for them because they can't feel love the way that you can. Because they can't feel love. They're so cut off in their heart space. So there's going to be some kind of like peace made with the people in your life that may have made you feel really unsafe or scared or fear, that tried to intimidate you or make you not feel free. It's like you're releasing them out of your body. It's like a cellular release. It's like coming out of you. It's coming out of your cells, like this trauma release. And then you're going to feel free, and you're also going to feel peace. And you're not going to feel this rage or this anger or this resentment or this revenge at them. That's a phase. Let it be. But it will end after a period of time. I don't know how long, but it might be a while. So like, don't try to rush the dragon phase of your life because it's going to give you a lot during that period. It's like it's elevating you up out of that mental prison, out of that illusion that you're not free. You're standing in your sovereignty. You're elevating your frequency. You're taking action in the way that you need to take. It might go on for a while. But there's something about us like meant to be. And then it will click over into a new thing where it's like all that anger is going to have like cleansed you like fire. It's going to have burnt through so much karmic debris. And at the end of it, you're just going to feel like really peaceful. You're just going to feel really peaceful, and you're going to be like, you know what? I don't feel anger at them. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them that they can't feel love, that they don't know how to love someone, you know, and they must be in so much suffering to have done this to somebody, kind of thing. And you can't skip the anger, okay? You can't just go straight to the compassion and the forgiveness, because it's not really how the physical vessel works. Like, we need to let, like, our physical organs also, like, hold onto our traumas. And when we start to heal and process, like, memories will have flashback of memories. Like I had this morning, because I've been in deep detox processing. So it's like, I had literally a flashback to a memory, like I was telling you, and I was like, whoa, this felt like it was literally happened today, because I was processing it again. Because the organs start to release it out of the body. At the cellular level, we can release trauma that we are otherwise like holding in and numbing through different things that we're putting into our vessel. So you're actually going to feel really peaceful, group 1. You're going to feel really peaceful, and you're going to feel love for them. And you're going to feel like no one can ever hurt you, because you've cleared the karmic pattern. You're going to feel safe in a way that you've never felt before, because you're freed from the karmic point of attraction. That's going to feel so good. Okay, so let's see, what does Spirit want you to know about this relationship that I was picking up on? We have romance, illusion, and seeking the sacred, the Grail Knight. Yes, so I was feeling is romantic, that's right. Illusion, seeking the sacred. So you reconnecting in your relationship with Spirit, I feel that's happening right now, and it's going to help your relationship. There was some kind of an illusion that was playing out between you both. Okay, this is for people who are in relationship. Just let me get this message out, okay? For those of you who are in relationship, there was some kind of an illusion that was playing out between you both, where you're kind of like projecting issues onto each other, which is very natural, and we do it because relationships bring up the things within ourselves, right, that we can't see without a mirrored partner, like a mirroring partner to help us. But there's something about your reclaiming like what is yours and taking responsibility and ownership for it so you can heal it and clear it yourself. And it's going to free up the relationship to be exactly what it would be, exactly what it needs to be. And all the illusions are going to leave, and you're going to be able to see this person really clearly and be like, oh, that's who you are. For better or for worse, I heard. So keep that in mind, for better or for worse. But it's going to be a blessing. It's going to be a blessing. But this card, like, it can talk about not necessarily seeing people clearly. For better or for worse, right? It's like, well, could be good, could be bad. I don't know. Could be both. But it's going to be a blessing. It's going to be a blessing, whichever way it goes. I think you're just going to feel really free, though. Really peaceful and really free. And really, like, able to see through the illusion that was playing out between you guys. So, yeah, but seeking the sacred. It's something about you are going to be really grounded and rooted in your connection to Spirit. You're going to have your own sanctuary. I'm seeing kind of like an independent energy, though. You're going to kind of come back to yourself in this connection, in this dynamic. You're going to come back to yourself. I'm seeing crown chakra. I'm seeing alone time. I'm seeing solitude. I'm seeing connection to Spirit, grounding you, rewiring you, rerouting you back onto your path. Okay, for those of you who are single and are meeting somebody, it's going to be a very deeply spiritual relationship. A very deeply spiritual relationship. They're going to be deeply spiritual. It might not be in the same way as you, but they are going to be deeply spiritual in their own way. They're going to have their own gifts the way that you have your own gifts. And you're both going to see each other, like, through your relationship. You will connect to the divine, and it's almost like you will worship the divine through your connection to one another. I see a lot of respect. I see a lot of truth between you both. And I feel this person, like, this is them for you kind of thing. Like, they will kneel before you and be like, yes. I feel they will really see you as kind of like their path to God or their path to Spirit, like a real strong connection to the divine through your connection together. And this is going to be very, very, it's going to make you feel really safe, but also really powerful. It's going to help you reclaim your power in a lot of ways. very romantic, and you're going to feel the same for them. Like, I feel it's going to be equal rather than like one person worshipping the other or whatever. It's like the worship is mutual. It's almost like the relationship becomes its own third entity in which you connect to the divine through. So it's going to deepen your connection to spirit and deepen your connection to one another at the same time, like simultaneously. It's going to make you feel very safe. This person feels very, very honest and true, the person coming in for you. And I feel that they are going to help you to bust through any illusions that you have that make you feel not powerful. Like, they could actually be a catalyst that helps you to clear karma and trauma in a certain way. Okay, group 1. So the blessings that you have coming in is a period of peace after a time of struggle where you're going to be feeling really safe, really peaceful. You're going to be reclaiming your power from karmic ties and burdens in which you weren't seeing your power being available to you. You're going to have healing with an existing romantic relationship, or you're going to be meeting a romantic partner that's a very deeply spiritual union that is very healing and safe for you both. All right, that is the end of your reading. And if you would like to check out more of my work, please see the links in the description box below. I did just recently channel an Akashic Records clearing package. It's like a sleep tape with a ritual, light language channel, affirmation tape. It's really, really powerful work. And seeing as you are working with karmic imprints in this life that you're clearing, I mean, we all are, but I really feel like because of what came through in your reading, it might really help you to check it out. Sending you so much love on your path, and I'll see you next time. Group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So I'm feeling like a very lucky period of time coming in for you. I'm feeling a huge creative burst. Like, if you are working on a project right now, I'm seeing that you are going to have the focus, the time, the space, the discipline, whatever it is that you've been lacking, to just like go for it and work on it. And you're going to feel like so lucky and blessed to have been granted this by the universe itself. Like, it feels like something has been granted to you by the universe itself. Like, if you've been struggling to focus on some kind of creative goal or some kind of creative project, or you've been struggling with the energy or the time or the discipline or something like this, it's like that is being resolved, and it's going to feel like a blessing. It's going to feel like a blessing because you can finally do it. You can finally work on it. You can finally have this feeling of freedom and excitement again, and like just that creative outpouring of all of your creative energy. I feel like this might also be coming after a time of like, maybe you've had to heal something, because I'm feeling like your heart's opening. That's what I'm getting from this energy as well. It's like your heart is opening, and therefore your creative gifts are like blossoming, and you're becoming way more magnetic. Maybe it's like you've been working on a project. You know, I'm kind of getting that classic thing of like, you finally have a video go viral, and then boom, your whole life changes and you suddenly have a business out of this thing you've been working on, you know, or I don't know, you finally have that push to like finish an album that you've been working on for years, and then it's finally ready and you get to release it. There's something like really celebratory about this card. Yeah, and the bow and arrow as well. It's like precision. Like, there's something about you're going to have the precision energy to like execute it. Spirit's saying that there's something about you're getting the right conditions where you're going to be enjoying this process so much that you're not going to care as much about the end goal. It's kind of like if you think about an archer with like a bow and arrow. Instead of focusing on that bullseye, it's like focus on the process of like pulling back the band thing. I don't know what bow and arrows, I don't know about them that much, but I think they're cool. But like pulling it back and then releasing it, and just like the fluid movement of that. And the movement of that, like focusing on the process instead of the destination, like focusing on the process instead of that bullseye. That's going to be part of your blessing. Because I think that we can all get into patterns where we end up focusing so much on like where we want to go, on that bullseye, that destination, right? With the arrows, like where do we want that arrow to land, that we can almost like get in our own way with it. So luckily for you, I'm seeing that you're going to kind of like get out of your own way, or there's some kind of condition that will change in your world that will help you to feel more free, that will help you to have more time, more energy, more space, more creative life force, more inspiration, more joy, more abundance, so that you can execute some creative project or idea in a way that feels really, really good. Like really good. Okay, it's going to feel really good. You're going to feel really lucky and grateful about this condition changing. Like if you haven't had enough time or something, you've been really burnt out from your job, then it's like something reshuffling there where it's like you're still getting enough money, you don't have to work less hours and sacrifice your life, but you're going to have somehow more time. Okay, it's like somehow the universe is going to restructure itself. It's like things get shuffled and you get a new set of cards and you're working with a different set of cards and you're like, okay, I can work with this. This is much better. And I feel like it's kind of coming after you've been like really trying really hard. Like I'm kind of seeing someone like walking uphill and they're like carrying a lot of heaviness and they're like, you've been really devoted. I want to say devotion. You've been really devoted to this project, to this idea, to this path, even when it hasn't been easy, even when maybe you haven't had enough sleep, but you've still been showing up and you've still been working on it. It's like something like this where I see a lot of resistance in the field and you've just been kind of like pushing through it and working through it and doing it anyway. And then what I'm seeing is that resistance is like dissipating. And then you get to experience like, what does it feel like to work on this without all this resistance? Like, how good does it feel? How easy does it feel? You know what I mean? It's going to feel so different and you're going to feel so grateful because you have such a contrast. And Spirit's saying that a lot of people would have given up. Yeah, there's like a lot of honoring coming through from the spirit realm for you right now because a lot of people would have given up and they wouldn't have kept going because they would have been like, it's too hard. I'm hearing it's too hard. But it's like, you didn't take no for an answer. You weren't giving up. And there's kind of like a key to that. It's kind of like a key to not giving up because when we don't give up and we persevere on something that we know is right for us, that we know is like actually our path, then it will get easier. It will get easier. Spirit will grant us easier kind of rite of passage, like an easier passage. But we have to kind of prove that this is what we are. I don't know. There's something here about like, you didn't give up when other people would have given up. And therefore, you're being kind of helped by the divine. Okay, that's the best way I can articulate the energy I'm feeling. You didn't give up when other people would have. You persevered, and therefore you're being helped by the divine. You're being given like a leg up. And it's going to feel a lot easier to work. Things are going to feel a lot easier. You're going to maybe make more money from what you've been doing, like make more money from all the effort you've been putting in. Or your health improves, so it's like easier for you to work and get lots of things done and sort of get the work done that you need to get done. Or you're not getting as much distractions or something like this, so you can focus. Yeah. And because you've been working under such challenging conditions, I feel like you're just going to be so grateful too. You're just going to be like, oh my gosh, I am so grateful for this. Yeah, you're going to be really, you have like a very humble spirit. It's very endearing, I have to say. It's very charming, feeling charmed by you, okay? It's very charming, it's very endearing. And I feel like the divine wants you to know this and they want you to know how much they love you. I really feel that coming through. So speaking up before about heart-opening energy, it's like, yeah, I feel your heart opening and I feel this making you very, very magnetic because the heart is one of our most sort of like electromagnetic energy fields. Like it has its own kind of consciousness and energy field. It really does. It has its own intelligence. And many, 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 many of us on earth like have closed down heart chakras, and it can kind of be a process to like open them up again. And I feel like you're getting to some kind of a milestone with opening your heart up. Yeah, and it's going to lead to abundance. Let's pull a card about it. You're going to work with the Avalon deck. It's going to lead to abundance. Abundance in relationship, in love. But you're just going to be feeling so lovey-dovey. You're just going to be feeling love for everyone, everything. Like it's very unity consciousness. When the heart opens, it's like a unity energy. And it's honestly the best feeling in the world when I've experienced it. So you're going to feel so much love for all. Like for everyone, for everything, for everyone. Like infinite amounts of love. Like for this table that I'm working with, you would feel love and gratitude for it. Like just everything. Can you even imagine holding that much love in your heart because you want to be able to? For every blade of grass, you feel love. For every leaf on the tree, you feel love. For every root in the ground, you feel love. For every cloud in the sky, you feel love. Like it's like such an abundant energy. And it's going to bring you a lot of creative success, abundance, and also like visibility with your project because you're infusing this love and this heart opening into your work and your creativity. And therefore, it's going to make your work like very magnetic and irresistible. Remember how I was saying I feel charmed by you? Because it's like your energy feels really charming, really endearing because you have this humility, but you also have this love. Okay, let's see about your heart opening, Spirit. What do you want them to know? Omens and messages. Okay, so you've been already seeing the signs about this. The hawk. So hawks have like vision from above. You know what else I'm getting from this? This is coming along with a psychic abilities upgrade as well. Something about your psychic abilities are turning on. So with the heart opening comes a greater sense of clairvoyance, because hawks make me think of psychic vision, like being a seer, being able to see. So it's like your clairvoyance is turning on in a way that you haven't had it turn on before. Like your heart is opening to expand with these psychic abilities, because we want our psychic abilities to be balanced in with our heart. You know, when we get psychic information from spirit, many of you know this because you're already psychic, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. When we get psychic information from spirit, sometimes it always has to be filtered through our heart. And for some reason, I've met a lot of people who are like really brilliant in a certain way in their channeling, but they don't have their heart. They don't have a heart turned on. They don't have their heart turned on. And this can make the messages very cold and very harsh and very, it can come through like in the wrong kind of way, because when we filter it through the heart, we filter it through surrender. We filter it through complete and utter surrender, where we let go, where we don't have to control the outcome. I think that's one of the most beautiful energies from the heart, is that we don't need to control things when it comes through our heart. We're not saying a message to someone because we want to control them, or we want them to see it the way we do. We just say it because it is, and we let go of the outcome, and we just say it because it is what our heart feels is true, or like what we are receiving, we share. And there's sort of a simplicity energy with the heart. It's not overly complicated. It's not attached to anything. It's not struggling or striving for someone to be a certain way, or to be like seen in a certain way from the ego. It's none of that. But it's like, if we have these spiritual truths from the highest perspective, the highest realms come through without the heart, then it can come across like really heartless, really heartless. Like, there is a reason we have our heart, and we're meant to filter our words through our heart. I really feel that, because I've been shown this through my own experiences of, I've met certain channelers and they don't have their heart turned on. Actually, yeah, like you don't have to be a good person to be a good channeler. Okay. You don't have to be a loving soul to be able to channel light language. You don't have to be of the light or of the love to be able to channel. That's not really how it works. And I had to learn that the hard way because I just assumed that like anyone who channeled light language or had psychic abilities, like they must be super like loving beings of light and love, right? But they're not always. Many of us are, but it's like they're not necessarily are. It's not a default. It's not a default setting. So people can bring through truth, they can bring through light, they can bring through understanding, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's filtered through the heart. And that will always be a limitation in the way that that person can get through to people, in the way that person can lead and they can channel and they can share, because things need to be filtered through the heart. Like, this is what I've been shown really deeply. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Because once you've experienced a channeler who doesn't have their heart turned on and you see for what it is, you'll know what I mean. You'll know exactly what I mean. It's like there can be a lot of truth in what they say, but if it isn't filtered through the heart, it will come through as like control or manipulation or them having an agenda or wanting you to see them a certain way. And it's like all of that really doesn't have to be there when we just share from our heart. And there's almost like, when we share from our heart, it's like we don't think about it. It's like I'm not thinking as I'm talking. I don't even know what I'm saying sometimes. It's kind of just coming through. But it's like we really have to be careful as channelers. And I'm saying this because you are one, okay? You will bring through omens and messages for people. This is part of your gift. This is part of your blessings coming through. It's your light language. Whew. There you go. Your light language turning on, your clairvoyance turning on, and channeling abilities, being able to bring through messages, omens, through your seeing, through your clairvoyance. But we have to say it in a way where we aren't attached to how someone receives that. Like, everyone has their own free will. So we can't say it in a way of like, you have to do this thing. It's like, no, they don't have to actually. It might be what is advised from the way that you can see things, but everyone is free and sovereign. So I feel like there was something else that I wanted to say about that, but now it's gone out of my head. So anyway, so Part of your gift, I'm seeing your psychic abilities turning on. I think you might have been having some omens and messages and signs about this. I'm seeing your clairvoyance. I'm seeing light language, because I just said that when I didn't mean to. And I'm seeing channeling, like being able to speak messages for people and have them resonate and be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping me with this. And I feel you might even do this at a large scale through a business of some kind, through some kind of social media platform. Because for this group, I'm seeing part of your blessing is going to be a creative business really takes off and you're able to work 100% in alignment with your creativity. So something about that, like where your creative gifts are like blossoming, and whatever that looks like for you, whatever you desire that to look like for you, I see that really starting to happen for you really soon. And you getting kind of like your first big breaks. You get a breakthrough, you get a viral video, you get your gifts like turn on more so you can share more with people, right? Yeah, and you are going to be feeling really lucky. See, you have this humility. It just makes my heart open for you, group 2. You have this humility energy in you. And I think that it's going to make people really love and respect and appreciate your work, like really deeply. Okay, Spirit, what do you want them to know about this creative project, about them sharing in the world, their new psychic abilities opening? What do you want them to know about it? Whoa. The Merlin. Alchemy, justice, balance. Wow. See, there's a dragon and a wizard, the Merlin. Alchemy, justice, balance. So you have earned this. Yeah, that's what I was picking up at the beginning with the luck is on your side card. It's like you persevered when other people would have given up. You persevered in something, in your gifts, in your creative work, something like this, when so many people would have just like walked away and been like, this is too hard, I'm throwing in the towel, no way, I'm not doing it. But you persevered, and this is kind of like a reward. It's kind of like some kind of it's justice. And through the persevering of whatever it was that you were persevering through, whatever conditions were not easy or weren't aligned, whatever it was that you were persevering through, you were alchemizing something in that. And your life is going to be coming back into balance soon. Things are going to be feeling a lot easier, and you're going to feel like justice has been served. Like, yes. You're going to feel really lucky. Like you've won. So I'm seeing like a really deeply spiritual time for you, where you're going to be doing a lot of channeling, a lot of psychic work, a lot of creative work, whatever creative work means to you. It's going to be a very creative time, a lot of creation, a lot of channeling, a lot of psychic abilities, a lot of heart opening for you, where you're feeling love for everything and everyone. And that real abundance, like I was saying, like when our heart opens, it's like we can genuinely feel love for everything. And imagine having love in your heart for everything that surrounds you, and having gratitude in your heart for everything that surrounds you, and being able to receive and fill yourself with that energy instead of feeling closed off from it and like in scarcity and lack and all this stuff. I really see this like abundance opening up with this heart. I'm feeling like a lot of views, a lot of eyes on you, people looking at you and your work and wanting to know about you and wanting to learn from you and grow with you. I think you're going to really feel like things have been so hard for you, group 2, in a certain way. Maybe not in every way, but in a certain way, things have been really hard. And the place in which it's been hard is becoming easy. The place in which it was hard is becoming easy. The place in which there was resistance is becoming flow. And that's going to feel so good. Seriously. It's going to feel really, really good. Yeah, so I see your heart opening. I see psychic abilities coming online, clairvoyance, especially channeling abilities, bringing through omens and messages. I'm seeing creative energy kind of exploding out from you. I'm seeing things that were challenging and were like creating resistance being taken away so that you can flow with more ease and with grace in your life, and creative success in your work, like having a lot of abundance, money, views, not notoriety. I got that word wrong. That's not the right word. Visibility. That's the word I'm looking for. Having visibility and enjoying that, feeling lucky for that, feeling grateful for that, feeling blessed. Yeah, I think that's all. All right, group 2, that is your reading. I'm sending you so much love on your part. And if you would like to check out more of my work, please see the links in the description box below. I just released a new Akashic record clearing package that is really amazing. Really important work that I've just channeled. So if you'd like to check it out, then link it in the description. Much love. Highly group 3. So you chose hold your vision, fixed moon. So I feel like this is a really positive energy that I'm picking up on. So I feel that you are going to get some kind of financial support so that you can hold your vision. It's a really specific energy that I'm seeing, but in general, it's about money. I'm feeling like you're going to get money, financial support, and money. And it might come in an unexpected way, or at least it's going to come in an effortless way, or like from an existing structure that you already have built, rather than feeling like, oh, I've got to go and like build this whole other thing in order to make money, or I don't know, go and get like 3 more jobs in order to pay the bills. It's like something that is already existing around you. You're going to funnel money through it. Like it's just going to come through you in waves and waves and waves. You've already built it. That's what I'm seeing. It's like it's already been built. Hold your vision. It's already been built. Don't give up on the vision because it hasn't brought you everything you want from it yet. Like I'm seeing, don't abandon ship. Stay with it. It's going to bring what you need. Whew, it will. Okay. And I feel like it might be like this. I feel like it's been testing you a bit. Oh, it's been testing you a bit. Okay. But I feel this thing in your heart. Like what I saw at the beginning was someone who knows something in their heart like is true, but they are getting a lot of external pressures maybe where it's like, oh, you have to go out and like get a second job, or you have to go out and give up on this project, or, you know, enter the real world, or like this kind of like external pressure from like what is considered normalized and okay and approved of. And I feel like in some way you're living outside of that, or you're trying to, and it might bring up some like deep survival fears of like, can I do this? Can I achieve this? Can I really succeed in this way? And Spirit's saying you can. Hold your vision. Hold it. It's kind of like that game of chicken, you know, where you play, I don't know if you had this game, but it's like you play the game of chicken where you like stand at the part where the waves crash in the ocean. And it's like, are you going to run away? Or are you going to stand there and like have the wave crash over you? Me and my friends would play that as kids. So it's like Spirit wants you to play this game of chicken with the universe. To some extent, yeah, because I'm seeing it coming through easily. Like I'm seeing the money coming through easily. Like I'm feeling the divine feminine energy archetype coming through your field, your energy field. You can hold the divine feminine archetype. You can. And the money is going to come to you. Like I'm seeing specifically about money. Yeah. And it's like almost Spirit's giving you permission to be stubborn, even if people around you are kind of trying to make you go in a different direction, or even just maybe it's yourself, your own voice saying, can I really do this? Am I really going to be successful? Am I just being crazy or delusional? There's like a lot of self-doubts or a lot of pressure from external sources that might make you feel like there's not enough time, or you can't do it, or something like this. And your next blessing is that you're going to be proven right, okay? Your intuition is going to be proven right. You're going to realize like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I'm actually going to do this. And I feel like this is really going to help heal something where you've had a lot of self-doubt. Like you've had a lot of self-doubt. Yeah, you've had a lot of self-doubt. Man, I feel really emotional as I say that for some reason. So it's like you're healing from self-doubt that you've had. You've had self-doubt. And it's healing you. Like it's going to heal you. Having this situation work, having it work out, it's going to give you confidence. You're going to be like, yes, I'm supported. I'm abundant. I'm all these things. And it's also going to give you some kind of a yes from the universe, like a green light from the universe that you are on the right track. You're on the right path. The project you're working on is right for you, or the business that you've built is aligned. Because I'm kind of getting something with this card of like maybe a part of you has wanted to like give up on something you've built, or you haven't known whether you should continue it, or you haven't known whether it's like, is this right? Should I start something new? Should I keep going with where I am? Should I, like change and evolve and adapt? And it's like, we always need to change, evolve, and adapt. But Spirit's saying, like, don't change, evolve, and adapt from a place of scarcity, from a place of like, I'm not good enough. This isn't good enough. What I built isn't enough, or something like this. Because I'm actually getting the message of like, hold your vision, hold the business you've built, hold on to what you have, because it's going to serve you really well and you're going to do really well with it. And even if it's like something message you're coming through is like, even if it's on some kind of a foundation where you're like unsure about it, you're like, is this foundation secure enough? Can I really build from this? it's a fixed moon in this card. So it's like, there's something here about like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Like, there's something here about you can continue. The foundation is secure enough. And it holds the energy of the alchemy where you've gone from one form to another. Like, I'm kind of getting the energy of, say someone like builds a business and then during that time they like become a new version of themselves. And they're kind of like, do I want to continue with this business or like this creative idea or this social media presence, or do I want to like start something new and go in a new direction? And Spirit's kind of saying to let there have been the evolution. Let there show the alchemy work from where you were to where you are. Let that kind of be there and let that be part of the growth and let that be part of like what you have built. Because I'm just seeing hold your vision. Like hold still. Don't change, don't move, don't run away. Because it's about to blow up in a good way. It's about to become more successful and you're going to be really glad that you held on. And you're going to be able to see like, oh yeah, this was enough all along. And I see money coming to you in a way that's like really easy. So again, it's not like you have to change all these things in order to get the money. It's like, no, you already got it. You already built it, or you're already at the job you need to be at or something like this. You're already in alignment. Just hold on and let it come to you. Let it come to you because it is coming. It's coming. Is there anything else for you? Look at that. Back of the deck, we have the Queen. That's right. Woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, friendships, feminine power. Spirit saying it's going to come to you through the feminine. I love this card when it shows up because it's like, yes, yay. Honestly, it is kind of like a game of chicken when we work with the feminine. It is like, because we're standing there with the wave. It's like, is this wave going to get me or am I going to be safe? Like, am I going to get enough money in time or will it be okay? It's that kind of thing. And Spirit's saying like, you actually are better at working with the feminine than you realize. And something about this blessing that's coming in, where maybe the money's coming in last minute, or maybe it's like proving to you that what you've built is right and you can like hold on to it. There's something about it's going to shift your energy and you're going to feel a lot more solid and stable and you're going to feel a lot more like, oh yeah, I can work with this. I can deal with this. I can flow with this. And it's going to bring you a lot more into your feminine power. Literally, it says that right in the middle, feminine power. You're going to be so much more in your feminine power. And it's going to awaken almost like a remembrance of how to work with the feminine, even when it brings up fear, even when it brings up doubt, even when it brings up uncertainty. Look at that on the back of the deck. The B, luck, industriousness, sweet victory. This is exactly how you're going to feel group 3. You're going to feel like really lucky. You're going to feel like, wait, how did I pull this off? I'm hearing you say that. I'm hearing you be like, wait, how did I just pull this off? And people around you in your life being like, how on earth did they just pull this off? Like, I'm hearing a lot of, maybe you have some people that doubt you, and it could just be because you're a magical being amongst non-magical beings kind of energy. But I'm seeing like their fields of disbelief. So this is a term I work with it a lot. It's called like fields of disbelief. It's where people can create like fields where they don't believe something, just as much as we can create fields where we do believe things. I feel like my channel is kind of like a field of belief. When we come in here, we're like, yeah, this is right. This is how the universe is. And then it's like you might go off into the mundane world and kind of get sucked back into like the fields of disbelief and be like, I don't know, which way is up? Which way is down? I don't know. So I'm seeing like fields of belief around you where they might have a lot of doubt, and it might bring you a shadow of self-doubt where you kind of feel this self-doubt energy where you're like, am I going to be successful or not? Is this going to work or not? Or you might have to, I don't know, deal with some kind of like ramifications of holding the vision when other people around you are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But just hold on, because the feminine is so strong in you, and you're going to be able to manifest what you need. Like, you will be supported. Because I feel you're in alignment. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Like, you are in alignment, so therefore you will be supported. And it's not about doing nothing, right? It's like, continue with what you've been working on. Don't do nothing, group 3. Come on. But what I'm seeing is that you don't have to go build a whole other empire, a whole other business, or get a whole another set of jobs, or get another job, or work. And it's like, no, where you are is okay. You can make it work through where you are. It's just about shifting that internal alchemy. It's an internal shift. That's the other thing that the feminine speaks about. Sometimes we get really busy and we look into the external and we're like, oh, I have to fix this thing. I have to do this thing. I have to change this thing. And it's like, sometimes we actually just have to shift inside of ourselves, and it's about the feminine. And we don't have to go through 100 million hoops to get into alignment. It's like we just have to shift something inside of us, and then we feel in alignment again. So you're going to be feeling really lucky, even to the point where I feel people around you being quite envious, actually. Being like, how did you pull this off? How's this possible? Like, you could also be getting a lot of money, actually. You might be feeling like royalty with this amount of money. I don't feel like this is just a little trickle. I feel like this is really going to move you up and elevate you into a different sort of place of existence, a different status, a different level in the world, where you're going to be feeling way more abundant and like a lot more free and a lot more like being able to chill, instead of feeling like you have to hold the vision and like be really persevering and not listen to all the naysayers. It's like, I think this is going to silence the naysayers quite a lot, and you're going to kind of be able to work on your work with more peace. And it's going to come to you really easily. Like I said, you already have the channels built for the money to flow in. You don't have to freak out and go build 1 million more channels. It's like you already have them built. I keep hearing that. You already have it built. And what you're working with, it's good. It's already good. And you can show your evolution as a human, as a being, as a soul. Because I'm kind of getting like, maybe some of you have really been thinking recently about, should I just start something new? Do I need to start a new project? Do I need to get rid of this thing and start something new? And I'm getting like, no, or at least not now. At least not now. Hold your vision for now. But I also see that what you are working with already has the ability to make you feel really fulfilled, really happy, really abundant, make a lot of money from it. So it's like, if those are the things that you're looking for in the external shift, if you're like, I want to go change jobs because I'm not happy here, it's like, actually, I feel like you could be happy here. It would take an internal shift though. And honestly, that should bring you peace, because changing things in the external, like through the masculine, kind of like to look at it that way. It's like the feminine is when we do an internal shift and our reality changes. It's like, oh, everything's different now. Great. The masculine is when we have to like go move house. We have to move locations. We have to change relationships. We have to end something. We have to break up with someone. We have to end a job. We have to find a new job. Like, those things are big. They take a lot of energy. They take a lot of effort. And internal shifts can bring just as big of results, but they happen inside of us. They can take a lot of energy as well. Because the thing that I feel like you've been most alchemizing is a sense of self-doubt. It's a sense of doubt, group 3, which I really feel has been really intense. So with this luck, industriousness and sweet victory, it's like you're going to put an end to a lot of self-doubt that you've been having, and it's going to like help you to just focus and be like, yep, this is what I'm doing. I'm meant to be working on this project. That's where it's made it really clear, that kind of thing. Or you suddenly make, you're working on a social media thing and you're like, should I just make a new one? Maybe I should just give up on this. And then it's like, boom, you all of a sudden get like all these new subscribers and you're like, great, now I can, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, oh, do you hear that? I just hit this on the table. Right as I was saying that, great, now you can just kind of get on with it. It's like a new phase. This card, it always makes me think of things happening really fast as well. So it's like this shift is going to happen like fast, just kind of like viral success kind of energy. Or suddenly things shift within your existing job, because I'm getting a lot to do with job, career, finances for you. Or you win the lottery, maybe. For some of you, this could literally be the lottery, because I'm seeing instant windfall, like an instant level of abundance, kind of like a viral success. And suddenly your money goes up like tenfold. Or you win the lottery and suddenly you're working with all this extra money. And all these people are like, wait, how are you so lucky? How are you so lucky? I'm hearing that. How are you so lucky? And it comes to you somewhat unexpectedly. Like, you have an innocence about you where it's like, yes, you've been working hard, but you didn't necessarily realize it was going to happen the way that it does. So there's something about it that's going to shock you or be unexpected. You're going to be like, really? I'm this rich, or I'm this successful, or I've won the lottery? Really? Really? And yeah, you're going to be really happy. It's going to help you not self-doubt. It's going to help you realize like, whoa, I'm supported by the universe. And you're going to feel this real sense of like, oh, I am in alignment. And it's going to heal some kind of sense of, like I said, self-doubt or like criticism of yourself, where you might think like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I have to try and do better. And I feel like that is partly what has been driving any kind of feelings of wanting to really change your external reality too much. Like, you might have been really trying to shift things externally, but it came from this inner feeling of like, maybe I'm not good enough. And it's like, really what needed to go was that part of you that didn't feel, or needed to go, but needed to be healed, needed to be integrated, was that part of you that feel like that you weren't good enough in the first place, or the part of you that was self-doubting. That's the part that needed to shift. And that's what I mean by an inner shift. It's like those parts in us that feel not good enough or have self-doubt, they're not going to go away if you go to a new job, right? They're not going to go away if you set up a whole new social media presence. It's like that's still going to be there. So it's like you may as well work on the inside out. And then when we do internal shifts, naturally, organically, effortlessly, things will shift in our external reality as well. But in a far more like natural and effortless way than if we're trying to shift the external reality in order to make ourselves feel better on the inside. We have to be very discerning, because it's not one or the other. Like in some situations, it is about leaving a toxic job or a relationship or something, that we absolutely have to do that in order to feel better. But in this case, with where you are financially, because I'm talking about your money, okay, I'm talking about your job, talking about something to do with your business, something to do with your creative project that you love, your passion project. Where you are with it right now is perfect. You're in alignment. You're exactly where you need to be. You're going to make money from it effortlessly, or make the money to be supported to work on your passion project in a very effortless way. Or something with your career, with your job, is going to shift so you actually enjoy it, because it's an inner shift. Spirit's wanting to bring your energy inwards. Look inwards. It's an inner shift. And you're going to be feeling really lucky. There's actually so much coming from this inner shift for you, group 3, because I'm seeing it's more than just money coming in, right? It's like financial abundance, like feeling really good financially in an unexpected kind of way, or in a new way, or in a enhanced way, getting a lot more money than usual, and that feeling really good, or changing your living situation. Like it changes something about your life, the way you can live your life. But more importantly though, is the inner shift that I feel. It's the inner shift where I feel this end of self-doubt, or at least a lot of your self-doubt ending, because you suddenly see yourself more clearly. And instead of thinking like it's sort of like getting praise for your work, and it makes you see your work differently. Whereas before you were sort of like feeling like, oh, you know, is there anyone? This is just an example I'm feeling. Kind of like it gives you some kind of set level of confidence. Like, oh, this is making sense to people. Like people all of a sudden buying this book you wrote, whereas before no one was buying it. It made you feel like, oh, does anyone like my book? Maybe no one understands it. And then all of a sudden you get all this feedback, and people are like, oh, I love your book. And it makes you feel this sense of, oh my gosh, like my work is good. Is that kind of thing. Or you feel this sense of like being supported by the universe, because the money comes in and it makes you feel like, oh, I'm in alignment. I'm doing what I'm meant to do. And I'm seeing it giving you this sense of confidence and this sense of being able to be far more authentic in your life. Like I feel this authenticity coming through you, where you're far more authentic, and that feeling really, really good. Being able to be authentic, being able to feel that connection to spirit deepening. That's sort of like part of the blessing you're getting, is this connection to spirit deepening, where you have more faith in the divine, and you feel that the divine has faith in you. You have more faith in the divine, and you feel that the divine has more faith in you. Where you're like, I'm on my path, spirit's supporting me, I've got what I need to get where I want to go. And you're going to have that sense of success, whatever success means to you, that sense of fulfillment, abundance, money. It's going to come mainly through money, but also through an inner shift. So the blessings coming to you, to recap, is some kind of financial outpouring, windfall. Like I said, from a viral video, all of a sudden you get all these sales and all these subscribers, or you get suddenly your situation at your job changes, and suddenly you get promoted and you get all this more money. Something shifts within a current existing situation, and you've been questioning, should I change situations? Should I move? Should I, start a new business? And Spirit saying, hold your vision. That was your original card. That was your original card. Hold your vision, because the money, the situation stuff is going to come through this current structure, the current thing you've already built. There's going to be an inner shift This money, by the way, you don't have to work really hard for it. It's going to come, like I said, through energies. You're already showing up. It's like, for example, with your job, it's like you're already showing up and you're doing your best and you've been being taken notice of. And all of a sudden that's going to come into the light and people are going to be like, you're a great worker. I want to promote you. You're amazing. We got to keep you, and it's like, oh, getting that recognition when it's like, maybe you've been working for years and feeling like, does anyone notice me here? And then you finally get noticed. It's that kind of energy. Or like social media, classic example. Maybe you've been putting out all these videos for years and it's like not really getting to the point you want it to get to. And then boom, overnight, you get a viral video and you get all the success, right? I'm so happy for you, Group 3. It's going to feel so good. You're going to feel so good from it. And like I said, I think the most beautiful part of it is that it's going to help you heal from self-doubt, from feeling like, am I on my right path? And it's going to help you to feel authentic. It's going to help you to feel confident enough to be your authentic self and to be like, yep, here I am. This is me, world. And kind of like more confident to go further in your current work and in your current sort of, role as a leader. I feel like something about leadership coming in here. You're leading the way for something and it's going to give you a lot of confidence and feeling of safety and assuredness that, you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path. All right, that is your reading, Group 3. I'm sending you so much love on your path. And please, if you would like to check out more of my work, I have links in the description box below. And I'm sending you so much love.